Let's go with the one you got.
Right. Girlfriend is mad. Girlfriend 26 is mad because I, 27 male, was on Tinder, but she's got it all wrong. I have not read this.
I'm going to venture to guess that she does not have it all wrong, and that this is going to be a lot of justifying why this dude is still on a dating app. But prove me wrong, brother. What do we got?
It starts with so, which means
this
guess
guy
what, bro? You're
fucked. Yep. So I fucked this girl from Tinder, but go ahead.
All right. So basically, my girlfriend caught me on Tinder, and I know that sounds bad, but it's all a big misunderstanding. Let me explain. I'm a UI developer, which is user interface.
User interface, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a user interface developer. The company I work for designs mobile apps for other companies, and we were put on this project the other day. It's a big deal, and as such, I wanted to make sure that the end product was executed flawlessly. I decided to do some research in my off time and made a point to download and examine the UI of every app that I could.
All of the apps.
I wanted to see what worked and what didn't. Social networks apps, news apps, banking apps, you name it. I studied them all. And stupidly, dating apps. You're starting to lose the thread here, buddy. My girlfriend was using my phone the other day, and she noticed that I had downloaded Tinder. She immediately started freaking out. When I finally got a chance to explain that it was for work, she calmed down a bit, but then she opened the app and immediately started crying because I stupidly had made a profile. I explained to her that having an account was a key component of the app, and we were contracted to develop, so of course I had to make a profile in order to fully evaluate the user mechanics. And it was no different than the accounts I had made for YouTube and Bank of America. She trusts me and knows that I'm serious about my work, so she accepted this explanation until she saw that I, stupidly again, had actually matched with women.
And I told her that's an important part of the app to understand how you connect, so I had to do it. And then, again, I stupidly met them at a hotel bar and fucked them because I had to see what the app was. I had to see if the app truly looked like the person on the screen, so I had to meet them in person, and then I had to test if her pussy felt like what she described in her bio. Stupidly, I know, but I mean, come on, bro.
Dude, I admitted to her it looked bad, but that I was truly trying to evaluate the functionality, and my interest in it was strictly professional because if this project goes right, the bonus I could get could change our lives. I wanted every perspective I could. At this point, I realized we were barreling towards a cliff and tried to avert disaster by explaining to her that before she opens my inbox, she should know that the chat component is a huge part of the upcoming project.
There it is. I swear to God. Go ahead. Keep going. I swear they're going to play out everything I just said. Unreal.
And she can check my messages to Facebook friends and DoorDash delivery drivers because I was just as friendly to them. She wasn't having it at this point and stormed out of my apartment. I get it looks bad. I realize now that I should have left out the dating apps in my research, but sometimes I take work too seriously for my own good. Is this salvageable? Do you think if I showed her this post, she would understand? Or is her trust broken forever? Edit. I guess it would be relevant to mention that she has trust issues in her previous relationship.
Yeah, I guess it would be relevant that I cheated on her before. Part of me thinks, obviously, Jesus Christ, dude, you're a clown. But this is the snake it till you make it episode, I guess, because this idea, let me just say this. There's like a crack of daylight. There's like a smidge that he can work.
I think it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
I think there's a gap.
The door's open.
He's got to hit the hole hard.
Yeah.
But there's a hole there.
Right.
You got to hit a hard.
Like if you can show your girl that you have messaged DoorDash users and sent let me look at some of the other apps on my phone here that if you saw that I was giving feedback to my Audible audiobooks app, and that I sent a message to my Chase banking people, and my Park Mobile thing has me DMing people for customer service, and all this other shit. there's some room. There's some wiggle room there to be like, look, I tested out all of the popular apps, including using their features up to and including their messaging services. I mean,
if this dude has messaged one DoorDash driver,
I'm in. He's fine.
I've been using DoorDash for the better part of a decade, I think. I have not messaged a single person.
You could.
Ever.
I didn't know you fucking could use a messaging service there. If I
think that's why I refrain from like having her look at my Facebook messages with my friends to be like, hey, I use this too.
Yeah, that's not
that
a good
one.
idea.
Yeah, no fucking shit. We all went to college one time. But it is.
There's some.
I think if you are a philanderer, I think the move is to go into a UI based field.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this. It's not even if you're a philanderer. Yeah, no, I guess it is. If you want to sleep around, you need to change your career to anything that involves you testing out technology, and then you can forever play this card. I was just thinking that you might maybe. And usually those guys who are doing app development or whatever are super smart. Maybe those guys are just geniuses and they've just been fucking for years. And they're like, ha, all these fucking schmucks in the sales department get caught cheating on all their wives. And we're over here in UI just having a blast because guess what? We message everybody. We talk to every app. It's pretty fucking brilliant. And also, I gotta say,
he wasn't clear with what he was talking about.
Yes, I was gonna say you need. That's another thing though. If you're gonna do it, you need to send some messages that are like, "Hi, just like testing this out. Like, can you please reply?" or some shit like that. And be like, "Look, honey, like that chick with the fat ass and like huge tits on Tinder. Look, all I said to her was like test 1 2 3."
Like, hey, are you enjoying your experience on this app?
Yes, I just for research purposes, are you enjoying this? Show them that, and then you have the other ones where you're doing your dirt. It's pretty goddamn brilliant, but you always throw in the caveat with these, much like everything in life. What does this guy look like? How does this guy carry himself? You know, because if he is like looking, looks like fucking Zuckerberg. And he's like, honey, I was checking out the user interface of my fan base. It's like, yeah, you were. If he looks like a fucking hot shot, if he looks like Tommy Fury, who's just too good looking to be alive, by the way, then I think we can rest assured that he's smashing all these girls on Tinder. So you got to put it all together. But I'm going to say, based on this evidence, if you tell me that some of the messages were like, send me a picture of your ass or something, obviously I will change my mind. But currently speaking, I'm going to say not the asshole, reserve judgment, reserve the right to call you an asshole with like a smidge more of evidence. This could go the other way.
Dude, you know what I got to tip my cap to, and this is why I kind of lean with him as well, is he told her. Mm-hmm. I'd love to be a fly on the wall. When all right, you saw a Tinder. Oh, you opened it? All right, you saw the profile. And then it's like, oh, you saw I matched with somebody? And like, I'd keep letting that ride. But he went,
hi?
All right, just to get into this one.
Yes, that's it. Getting ahead of the story. Control the narrative. Now, before you look at my inbox, you're going to see some things. But let me explain.
Just so you know, there's going to be a lot of messages in there.
I spoke with my boss, and he told me I had to really go undercover and act like I was truly using this as the users would. So I sent him a picture of my dick. Because that's what the kids do. I'm sorry, honey. It was just for work. You just finished up another video here on KFC Radio, so click subscribe. If you've watched it all the way through, you know that you like our content. You know you're going to watch more of our content in the future. So click subscribe now, and it'll just pop up on your YouTube. You won't miss anything.
It is free. I promise you that.
$0.
Free for you, great for us.
Click it.